soul family, our family of light and friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Live Lounge. I'm Caroline Crawford.
And I'm Paul Crawford. And before I tell you about today's show, I should say, just to remind you, if you're watching this on YouTube, to actually share, like, and subscribe, and put a little comment down below. We really like reading those and interacting with you, and it really helps the channel out on its growth, as we say.
Yeah, sharing it and commenting down below, because we do love interacting with you and reading your comments, but it just gets it out to more people. So thank you for that.
Okay, so tonight's show on, as usual, we'll be having the planetary energetics update, which is channeled from the Federation of Light. We'll also be having some words of wisdom from our spirit team, Jurama. But generally, we'll be talking about the stronger energies that are coming into the Earth at this current time. But it's the energies that are there to help us to grow and to consciously connect to it and to grow in a much more aware state of being, to create that increased expansiveness, not just of ourselves, but by doing ourselves into humanity. But as usual, it is time to start off the first section with the planetary energetics update.
Greetings, dear friends. We come from the higher realms to reassure you that on your planet at this time, there is and has been much unrest, much discussion about what is taking place in the world and why aren't things getting better. But these energies that are pouring in, as we tell you each time, from the cosmic energy, from the great creator, are in essence causing things to come up to the surface in order to be released. Now, this has been uncomfortable, we know, for many souls, even here where our dear friends Caroline and Paul reside right now in Florida. There has most recently been a hurricane. Thankfully, they were okay, but there were many that did suffer some big losses in that hurricane. But what we want you to remember is it did pull people together. It did create a community spirit. People came from different states in order to assist in that reconnecting to services and to things that were needed by you in order to start living your lives again. But focus on the good that came out of that bringing of people together, the prayers and the thoughts and that community spirit that came forth because of what took place. Now, there is still this very accelerated energy coming into your planet to assist with this evolutionary process. And once you understand that and you stand and hold fast to those energies, if you like, sitting it out while that light comes in, because for many of you the light is there, and some of you will find are not having as much turbulence, if you like, as others, because you're more focused on that light of compassion, that light of truth, and that light of peace. And while these energies are stirring up a lot of things from the ground up, while you light workers and while those with that understanding and that awareness are holding that light, you are assisting humanity in such a great way that sometimes you have no idea how much you are helping and assisting in that process. Even the smallest act of kindness, feeding the birds, helping somebody with their shopping, saying a kind word, giving somebody a compliment, all these things bring about that higher energy of compassion, that higher frequency of light and truth that is leading you to greater unity. And you know yourselves, dear ones, that when you feel that fulfillment and that happiness from uplifting somebody else, it has that effect, that ripple effect going out into the world. So hold fast in your truth, hold fast in your compassion and your understanding, because when you go within, dear ones, as this energy seems rather rapid and uncomfortable, giving you a rough ride, when you do look deeper within yourselves to your heart and your true existence, you will find that that is where the peace resides. And then you can take those steps to assist you in an even greater expansion and understanding and joy of your true existence. So we say to you, yes, these energies are amplifying, they are coming in more strongly, and this is going to continue for some months yet. But look to the light, look to that heart, let that be your guiding star as you guide others, taking that time to be the light that you are, and to understand that if there's many of you that have been suffering with physical ailments, mental ailments, emotional ailments, start to find that compassion within yourself to release them and to do all that you can to nourish yourself on every level, because this is where, again, you will gain strength, you will gain a greater joy as you release and come in to the fullness and the wholeness of your true self. So, dear ones, take that time out, know that these energies are increasing, but look to the peace within. Take that time to meditate, to be still, to be in nature, and know that you are never alone. We, as the Federation of Light, and many millions and zillions of other light beings are assisting in this process. You only have to call when you find that you need that extra strength, and you will find it. Be open. Stay with your true self and let that guide you.
Thank you, Federation of Light. So many true words with a real simplicity, but very hard hitting. And I think the more we can actually go back to those simpler way of thinking, creates an even stronger clarity and a stronger connection within ourselves. And this is one of the things I just wanted to mention briefly about. We recently came back on vacation from Sedona.
We did.
Which was absolutely amazing, the energies there. But it's also what you get from something as well. And that comes from your intentions. And we had intended to connect to the energies there. And that's exactly what happened. And some absolutely miraculous things happened when we found little spots, when we climbed up the rock, the red rocks. Yeah. We found little spots, almost like a little cave, that was great for meditating. And at that time, nobody passed us while we meditated. We just had that stillness. It's like we had the whole place to ourselves. And so many of those things, when you're connecting to that energy, really starts to unfold and become more present.
Yeah, I mean, we both said that, Bell Rock, we just absolutely fell in love with. We felt those energies communicating with us, supporting us, nourishing us. And they're coming up through Mother Earth as well as Grandfather Sky. And we need to tune into those energies way more often. And that is how we find that strength and that balance within us. But accessing these energies at the moment that are coming in, that are moving very, very rapidly and are amplified. And they're doing this because they're helping us create healing. they're helping us to be more creative, and they're helping us to manifest, and we access them by tuning in. An analogy I was given this morning was, if you can imagine a large sports dome filled with people, and those people represent thoughts and energies, and it's hard to get new energy in if it is filled to capacity. But when our minds are clearer and we've got less thoughts going on, there are less things in the stadium, then that energy can move through much more easily and be implemented more easily. So the more we can connect to our higher mind, the easier we're going to find things. And I said to Paul when we were driving back from Sedona and the Grand Canyon and Flagstaff, that while we were driving towards the airport, I could feel these busy thoughts starting to come in, and I was like, no. I recognised it, and I thought, no, I'm going to stay connected to the calm, to that focus. So it is very much a choice, and it's very much now about realising that, trusting in this higher energy that is guiding us, in these energies, these lights, these codes that are coming in, because they're coming in to awaken us. And at this time, the higher frequencies are, or there's less of a veil, if you like, between those higher energies in order for us to connect to them. They're encouraging us to connect to them and to let go of the old ways. That old patriarch system is really being demolished now, and we can create a greater harmony with both the feminine and the masculine energies within us.
Yeah, I think it's so true, and to realise that those amplified and increased energies are coming into this earth at the moment for a particular reason, and we've signed up for that, and that reason being to bring about that greater expansion by participating with a greater awareness in everything. And part of that participation also means that rather than being caught up in the drama of things, to actually become the observer. That isn't to say that we don't connect and that we don't interact, but it means that we're not reacting to things, that we start to see things in a much more truer way, rather than looking at something through the fog of whatever the drama is at that time.
Somebody else's perception.
Yeah, and through that we actually maintain that greater sense of balance, and that in itself creates a greater clarity. So we start to make better choices for not just our expansion, because through our expansion allows the potential for others to do the same.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
and I think we actually start to hold space for others to do likewise, almost like opening the doors to allow everyone else who chooses to come through.
Yeah. But I think that is the main thing at the moment. While all that's going on outside, all this unrest, all this unjust, all this suffering, don't get pulled into it, because that just lowers our energies. Stay focused and connected, and if we can do that in the morning, I find that sets my day up, set my intention. There's going to be times when we do get pulled out of it, but if you breathe and just come back in and connect and hold that space of peace, of kindness, of integrity and wisdom, and practice that on a day-to-day basis. Like the Federation said, small little things, helping somebody else, but being of service to yourself first and foremost is how we strengthen our energies, because when we have service to ourselves, then we give that generosity and that service to others, and then that is raising the consciousness of the collective, raising the consciousness of the world. And this is how this change and this transformation is coming in. Now, there are times with this change and transformation that we don't always know the bigger picture. We don't know what's going on. And it's okay not to know. In fact, it's very enlightening not to know, because that is, trusting implicitly in our true selves and in our inner self.
It also means that you're letting go of wanting to know the answer to something before you take steps towards it. And it's part of that process is, as you were just saying, it's trusting, it's connecting to the higher energies of yourself through that greater heart-centered living. And we actually did a separate show on that previously, so you might want to go and check that show out for us.
Yeah.
But also it's creatively working towards global solutions. And that starts with working with ourselves, giving ourselves permission to be ourselves and connect to that true energy of who we are. Then it might extend out to family and friends, and then maybe into the community, and then maybe into some global collaborations.
Yeah.
But it's always for something and not at the expense of somebody else. It's tearing down those old ways of separation, of division, and it's all about collaborativeness, working together to create that greater expansive existence within every aspect of life.
And before we invite Joram through, I'll just say that I have noticed in my own healing practice here that there's been a lot of people coming in with a lot of pain, a lot of things that are go back many years, even to childhood, and this energy is bringing this up in order for us to move forward. You know, if we keep perpetuating the old thoughts, focusing on the unjust, on what happened, they did this to me, that trauma, past hurts, you know, that's just going to keep perpetuating that. But as we draw on that energy of our higher selves, draw on that energy that's coming in from the cosmos in order to help us expand and release and move beyond and live a life of greater freedom, of greater joy, then that is that key. Listen to your body, be loving, take that courage to work within and not ignore things, and release ourselves from the past, from outgrown patterns, from programming, from old conditioning. You know, there might be times where we need to forgive ourselves or others, but in this way, but again, as I said earlier, being of service to ourselves, we're then being of service to the world and helping others and inspiring others to do the same, so we can live in a much more unified, harmonious, loving world. So I can feel Jorama coming through. We'll see what wisdom he wants to share with us, but I do have a question that I had from last month's show, so hopefully he'll address that as well.
Hello, my friends.
Hello.
Yes, we are very much aware that you have a question from before, so maybe we shall begin with that.
Oh, okay. So it was from Joanne up there in Anne Marie Island, and she said, when we leave our bodies, we understand that, you know, everybody's experience will be different, but could you explain some of what takes place when we first incarnate back into our true selves?
We gave a shorter answer on it before, and this will be an even shorter answer and an even simpler one.
Okay.
What takes place will transpire quite naturally. The importance is not what takes place next, but what you are doing now in the present. So many times humanity has this need to know what is next, to know what is coming up, to know what happens after death, what happens around the corner, what is going to take place tomorrow, what happens if. And when you live life in that way, you are really almost upon this journey of nervousness, of never really knowing, because it has not yet happened. And once you experience one answer, then there will be many more answers yet to find out. But if you allow yourself to remain centered, to remain calm, and to live in the present moment in the knowledge that what will take place will take place. And what takes place is a representation and a reflection upon the energies that you are creating within yourself. So if you are creating energies of unknowing and waiting for what is going to come next, then that will be self-perpetuating, and you will never find or truly find out, or you will continually be desiring the next thing and the next. Whereas if you allow yourself to remain in this present moment, to connect to yourself and allow yourself to become fully expressive, and this is not your physical self, which at times does become expressive in your world, particularly when you are under stress. But you will find, if you allow through meditation, through stillness, through the intention of a stronger connection to your divine self, you will find that this then becomes your answer. Because it comes from the knowing of your soul, and your soul is an extremely wise consciousness. Your soul already knows. Your soul knows because it is connected to the energies of everything. So allow yourself the gift of being present. And that is why they call it present. Because it is a present to yourself. It is such an important aspect that so many come in and out of. But the stronger that you can stay within that same energy, you will find that the periods of being present, of being connected to your true self, become stronger, become longer. And that becomes more self-perpetuating. It becomes your natural way of being. You start to live life with an inner knowing. You start to trust in life more because life unfolds in more pleasant ways for you. We have previously spoken about that you begin to see what you are resonating with rather than what may actually be taking place for others. You see beyond the veil of the drama, and you see the truth of existence. This is a journey for yourself. A journey of trust in the unknowing, because the knowing comes from within. And when you allow that stronger connection of self to play its part in this physical existence, this is when you begin to resonate a stronger energy. And as you resonate that stronger energy, then it affects others, because that energy, everything being on an energy level, begins to resonate to the rhythm and vibration of your own existence. And that is not to say that you are controlling others, because you are coming more from an energy of love. You do so with a great freedom, and allowing others to feel the energy, to be inspired by that energy, but then to resonate at their own reverberation, to become their own voice. And this is why you are incarnated as individuals, so that you have your own voice. For every one of you have your own flavor of thinking and of saying something, of expressing something. but allow that expression to come from the energy of yourself. Allowing yourself to go beyond words, allowing yourself to go beyond explanations, allowing yourself to go beyond knowing something, but rather trusting in what will take place is exactly as it should be. Create your strength by being you. Create that inner knowing by allowing the inner knowing and wisdom of your soul to come forth in a much stronger way. And with that, my friends, we will say goodbye for now. Allow yourself to be. Allow yourselves to shine and to radiate the truth of your being. Goodbye for now, my friends.
So, I'm hoping you're all still on live, because something just popped up which I don't know anything about technically. It says something about disconnection. But so just remember that we are hopefully still connected. We're connected within ourselves.
Yeah, looks like we are.
Remember, you are everything you are searching for. It is all within you. Everything you need, all the healing, all the peace, all the wisdom, all the joy and the grace. So connect within as you tune out from that outside world. Tune into your intuition, your spirituality, and feel that oneness. This is the key to the transformation that we are all, or most of us, are looking for and moving towards. So be that light and be that love. And I'm just going to give you my favourite mantra before we close, but really be that pure consciousness that you are. Accept that. So the mantra is, I am the oneness, I am the light, I am the love, I am. Now, I was given this in my meditation and I've been using it the last couple of weeks, and it is really powerful and strengthening. So I hope you find that useful, but hold that space within yourself, create that time to have quiet time with yourself for that soul to express and give you that inner knowing, because that's where all our creative power lies within.
Yeah, and I think that is so true. So, well, I hope you've enjoyed the show.
Yeah.
And we will be back again next month, November the 16th. And we would again ask you to like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Please.
We want everything.
Yeah. But we love interacting. I know you've got to wait till it's on YouTube, so you may get the recording out again, those that are live with us. And thank you. I think this is our highest number of live viewers. So thank you, each and every one of you, for taking your time out to tune into us. We really appreciate that. And there is on my channel, Caroline Crawford Spirit of Love on YouTube, there is a Heart of Compassion guided meditation if you wanted to just find that space. That really does help ground those energies and call them in and anchor them from the heart. So, anything else you wanted to say?
No, I think that's just about it, really.
Good.
Yeah,
so thank you for joining us, sending you all the love from our hearts to yours. Stay blessed, hold that space within. So from me
and from me,
take care, we love you,
bye for now. Stay blessed in your own special way.